He surfaces near the large flue. We must be silent.
I see him. Aim for the flank.
Ready the spear now.
Dig deep on the left. We need to clear the edge before the current catches her. Pull! Let's go! Move! Steady, boys! Pull! Make sure the straps are tight. Ready the dogs. Pull! It is magnificent. Welcome home, hunters. chopping. We need more for the smokehouse.
This is heavy. Careful with the edge. The bear was so surprised, it dropped the fish right at my feet.
You always were the lucky one.
To think we almost missed this feast. This whale will feed us all winter. A successful hunt indeed, my friend.
In the frozen land of Yakutia, where the white nights last long and the minus 70 degrees Celsius cold makes even the breath become a frozen mist in the air, the indigenous hunters continue to survive by relying on the power of nature. The perseverance of people and sacred rituals passed down from generation to generation, every morning, when the sun fades through the silver-gray sky and through the white jade coverings. They cover themselves with interesting dark brown fur coats, put on silver fur hats, wear interesting silver bracelets and scratch their hands. Then Yakutia is sure to be returned from their father. Then step out of the comfortable house to face a wide world, where it is noisy like the deep ancient spirits, and where whales, the important source of life for the whole village, still move under the colder water than needles. Their hunting journeys were never easy. For every step on the ice could be a life or death test. Every wave of black ice could enter without warning, and every throw carried a quiet hope and prayer that nature would allow him to return. The Yakutians not only hunted whales for meat for food, but also used their bones to make tools, their fat for fuel, their skin to make clothes and kite strings. Every part of the animal was treasured as a gift from heaven and earth. So before setting out to sea, they always thanked their ancestors and the sea spirits, hoping to be guided and protected on the long journey. When the old wooden dock passed through the icebergs, the howling of sled dogs echoed in the distance, blending with the wind. They stood firmly on the deck of the boat, their eyes strained like sharp knife purses, ready to throw the metal-tipped wooden nail through the cold space. From the optimal underwater, the whale's body suddenly rises, its breath creating a thick column of smoke in the quiet air, and at the right moment of resolution, all movements will seem to stop. Time seems to return to only the hunter's heartbeat and the breathing of the cold wind. Then the spear is thrown in a perfect curve as if resolved by a god.
Pay close attention to the knot. In the freezing water, if the rope slips, we lose the prey and the tool. See how the sinew bites into the bone.
Flying through the darkness of the ice sea, the battle between man and the power of the ocean begins. The rope is stretched as if arranged. The hands in the interesting silk fur tighten to the white fights going under the fur. The feet dig deep into the ice. Each breath is white like smoke in the roaring wind, and when the whale is successfully pulled onto the deck or onto the ice, the whole group of hunters stops in silence, puts their hands on the whale's body as a deep thank you. Then begins the work. The wood cutting is bloodless, just clean cuts on the frozen skin. The big meat dogs are put on the cart to be taken back to the village. Night falls. The fire from the logs crackles in the cold wind. The Yakutian people sit in overalls next to the hot whale. The aroma spreads into the cold glassy air. Stories about ancestors and legendary hunts are told in the booming sound. Life in this extreme place is harsh but also full of crystals. Because each hunt is not only to find food, but also a journey to continue culture.
Pack the snow tightly into the seams, like this, to keep the wind out.
That makes sense. Good work.
Look here, this spot is still rough.
Yes, I see it. I will fix it now.
To honor nature, and to prove that no matter how the world changes, the Yakutian people still exist with the ice and snow, with the cold breath, with the warm heart that never goes out, and as the winter grew harsher, as the blizzards whipped the ice like cold knives, the Yakutians kept moving forward, because they understood that the life of the whole village depended on each trip. Each spear, each knot tightened by hands accustomed to the cruel cold. The village children grew up with the howling of the wind, the cracking of the ice, and the stories of the giant whales their ancestors had faced. They saw the hunters as heroes, not because of their strength, but because of their courage and gratitude to nature. Every night before going to sleep, they looked through the frozen window cracks, where flakes of snow fluttered in the darkness, and wondered whether tomorrow the ice would be calm or angry again. And the hunters always prepare silently, checking every knot in the rope, every crack in the wooden boat, every scratch on the metal spear, because they know that even the smallest mistake can make the journey become the final fate.